I'm telling you, most women want a protector, provider, and want a guy that can be the leader. You're saying I want equality, and I'm like, cool, that's you, but a majority of women don't want that.
Everything you just said, you're saying, oh, this is objectively true. So define being objectively true. Go ahead.
You just did.
It's true regardless of what parameter you try to put on. Whether I say it or someone else says it, it's objectively true. 1 + 1 is 2. He could say it, I could say it, you can say it, it's true.
Yeah, but your 1 + 1s don't always equate to 2 though. Like you're
What? If you were a guy talking like this, you wouldn't make it in the world. If I took your brain and put it in a dude's body, you'd be fucked.
Myron Gaines obliterates this feminist delusional worldview in this heated debate over women actually wanting a provider versus being an independent woman, as Myron Gaines does not hold back and completely wrecks this modern woman for not living in reality. Let's get in.
So what I'm trying to say is y'all are putting us between a rock and a hard place. There's nothing we have said in this whole entire podcast that y'all have acknowledged, validated, maybe here or there y'all have, but y'all want us to listen to everything y'all saying, and I just don't think that's fair.
Because most of the things that you've said don't make sense or aren't true.
According to
everybody in the chat.
Reality.
According to these losers.
Okay. What did you say that we invalidated? Go ahead.
She didn't know them.
The fact that women are not nobodies, the fact that women's status,
What?
I
we
think.
didn't say all that, bro.
Yes, you did. You said women are. You said women are retarded.
No, I
you
said
women are no one.
Hold on.
Men are retarded.
Yeah, I also said men are retarded too.
Yeah, you did.
I like that you said that. But no, I said women. I said men don't care about a woman's status when it comes to relationships and attraction. It's not a metric for us.
So, what do you think about the movie Pretty Woman?
Oh my gosh, bro. The movie, bro?
I've never seen that movie.
Art imitates life. So
no, that's
you've never seen that movie.
I've never seen Pretty Woman. No.
Okay, so basically, it's about a rich, wealthy man.
Yep.
He wifed a hooker.
Yeah. So what do you think about that?
That kind
Most men
that kind
prefer to not be with a promiscuous woman.
Okay, but
TV is not real.
Okay, but art imitates life. So movies are art. They're artistic expression and creation and creativity.
No, they're constructs to fucking confuse you. That's what they are.
To brainwash you to be a hoe.
No comment.
So when you're a hoe, you don't get married in real life.
Are any of you married?
Not to.
No, but once again, that's not the metric of success for us.
It's not.
So you would date a bum off the street?
Holy shit.
We will fuck the average girl on the street if she's hot.
Okay.
So what does that say about you?
Hold on. Who controls sex, men or women?
Woman.
Okay. Who controls relationships, men or women?
Woman.
Men.
Men.
I don't agree with that.
You said it a second ago. To become a fiance, he has to propose. You said this earlier in the show.
Yeah, but I have to say yes.
Yes, but
Or
he has
no.
he has to present the opportunity for you.
You can't force him.
But I'm still the one with the final say.
But you can't force him though.
You can't become a wife until a man designates you as that.
Yeah.
Is my point. And I can't have sex unless you designate me as a potential suitor.
But that's Western, like you said, Western practices, right? We in the Western hemisphere. We in America, right?
It's how it's always been.
Okay, but maybe that's not necessarily always true.
Women control sex, men control relationships.
She went to college?
Men don't control relationships because they wouldn't be able to be in a relationship without a woman, and they can't control women. That's the problem. That's why y'all mad. Y'all can't control women. Y'all want to.
Man. Women seek relationships, men seek sex. For a woman to get a relationship, she must go through a man. For a man to get sex, he must go through a woman.
Women seek equality. That's the only thing we seek the entire time. Yes.
Seek equality.
You do.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna speak for myself. I don't know nobody here, but I know me. At the end of the day, if I'm in a relationship with someone, I just want them to treat me as their equal. I don't want them to cheat on me. I don't want them to tell me my opinions don't matter. I don't want them to tell me that I'm dumb. I want them to treat me as an equal, because if there's one thing that we do have in common is that we're humans.
Okay,
and
so you're okay with going 50-50?
If you cut me open, I'ma bleed just like you bleed. We have majority of the same organs besides our reproductive.
Fantastic. Okay, so are you okay with going 50-50 on the bills?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you okay with if some physical confrontation reveals itself that you fight half the time and he fights half the time?
Yes. That's called a battle buddy. That's being in the field with your partner.
What the fuck?
You asked me earlier.
What the hell?
No, yeah. I mean, I told you I grew up in the military. No, it's not. It has nothing to do with being in New York. It has to do with growing up in a military household and learning what it means to actually have a partner.
That's cool.
So
So you want an equal partnership. I would argue that most women don't actually want that. So you might be an exception.
Most women.
But once again, what did I say before? You interpret a lot of the things I say through your own lens.
Facts. What other lens am I supposed to interpret it through?
You know what's crazy? This just goes to show that people are selfish, especially women.
Men are selfish?
I would argue.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
If you went up to me and you said, "Damn, world hunger is a problem. People are fucking starving and dying every day,"
Right.
and I looked at you and I said, "Me and my niggas eat," what would your response be to that?
Every day.
I would be like, okay, but everybody should eat.
Okay, so
Everybody ate.
okay, so you acknowledge that just because your experience doesn't dictate what I said doesn't mean that it's invalid. World hunger is still a problem, right?
World hunger. Wait, what are you talking about? Say that again.
It's an analogy.
Stupid. If you asked me, or you told me, "Hey, world hunger is a problem. People are dying and starving all over the place,"
Yes.
and then I responded to you, "Me and my niggas eat," right? Wouldn't that be a retarded response?
Yes, it would.
Yes, because it doesn't invalidate that world hunger is a problem and it's true.
Yeah.
So you do realize that I'm telling you things that are objectively true, and then you bring it back to yourself and say, "Well,
But
that's not me."
objectively true to who? You? You're still saying truths that are coming out of your mouth. There's no dictionary. There's no vetted research. You're not a PhD. You don't have nothing written in a book. You didn't write the Bible.
Do I have to be a mathematician to say 1 + 1 is 2?
No, but
By your logic?
no, but like you're just talking. Like you've been talking this
We do
whole
have
entire.
research, by the
You've been
way.
talking crazy this whole
He wrote a
time.
book, by the way.
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
have a platform, and you've done really well with getting
he
a
wrote a
large
book.
the large masses of people to agree with you in a virtual platform.
Because it's
but
true.
at the end of the day, the things you're saying is not true. It's true to the people who are part of this production. It's true
large.
to that guy who's talking back there.
Okay, let's
yeah,
go.
it's
Let's
true
go
to
back.
him,
How
like-
did this conversation start?
You tell me.
No.
So you don't even remember the trajectory of the conversation.
I'm in the now. I'm not in the. I'm not
That's
in
the
the past.
fucking problem.
No, that's not the
Emotions.
problem.
Let's go backwards real quick.
You're
Let's go
trying to
backwards.
confuse me.
Let's go backwards.
You're trying to.
Because
you're trying
here's
to
the thing.
confuse
No.
me, like, you're
That's the
trying to-
problem.
You're trying to
Because
make me sound dumb.
you're not paying attention to the conversation. We started with equal partnerships.
I'm not paying attention to the conversation because you want me to agree with you, and I'm not going to do that. You want me to agree with you,
So you're
you keep
arguing to
creating
argue.
these. No, you keep creating these diversions, trying to pretty much ultimately push me into a corner to be
Man,
able to say,
she's
you know what?
professional
Yes,
victim, bro.
you're right. No, I'm
going
not a professional
systematically-
victim. I'm just
going
aware.
systematically through a logical line. So this started.
Start from the beginning. Go ahead.
Yeah, I will, because unlike you, I'm paying attention to everything you're saying.
fine. Go
You're
ahead.
not paying attention to what I'm saying.
I am paying attention to what you're saying.
You just said you did it a second ago. You're not
No,
listening.
that's
You literally
not
just
what I
admitted
said.
that. You literally
I said
said,
I'm
"I'm not
paying
listening."
attention to what you're saying
because
so
you're trying
much.
to put me in a box.
No. I'm paying attention to what you're saying, but I don't care about what you're saying.
There you go.
Because what you're saying, everything you're saying, you're trying to point in one direction, which is that you want every woman at this table to agree with the
All right,
things
here we
that you're
go.
saying. You only engage in
All right,
discourse when we're actually saying things that could somewhat validate the things that you're saying. But as soon as we say something the opposite, it's no. Stop talking. You're not saying anything that's true. Nah,
Okay.
that's cap.
That's not what went down. But anyway, first it started with you wanted equal partnership.
Yes.
And I said, in general, women don't want an equal partnership. They want a man who's going to be a leader, protector, provider. That means the guy is in a breadwinner position, which means they're inherently unequal. Then you said, well, I want that. And I said, okay, cool. Then I used the analogy of world hunger. If you told me world hunger is a problem and I responded to you saying, well, me and my niggas eat, you admitted that that was a stupid response, because me saying my niggas eat does not change the fact that world hunger is still a problem. So I'm saying, okay, if you think that's stupid, that's what you're doing right now. I'm telling you, most women want a protector, provider, and want a guy that can be the leader. You're saying I want equality. And I'm like, cool, that's you, but a majority of women don't want that. So just because you're different than the majority doesn't refute what I said. What I said is objectively true. A majority of women want a leader and a breadwinner.
Okay.
Ta-da.
Like,
Thanks. I mean, anything I say right now, you're gonna have like you're gonna like try to shut me down. So it's like you don't even want me to be able to like
No,
go
you
back and
shut
forth with
yourself
you.
down, man.
yeah, you shut
No, I
yourself
didn't
down.
I didn't shut myself down, because what I'm trying to paint to you is that you're saying something that's objectively true, but I'm proving to you that what you're saying is not true.
How?
Because I'm me. I exist.
Bro,
Like
you are... Yo. Chris.
what?
No,
like,
Mills.
Because you're
Bring up an
proving
IQ
his
test.
point. You're
No.
proving his
I'm not
You
proving his
deserve an
point
IQ
because
test.
no, I don't deserve an IQ
No, you do.
test.
You
No,
do.
no,
Girl,
no,
You
no,
proved
no,
his
no,
point,
no.
bro. You proving your point.
No, I'm not.
Holy.
Everything you just said, you're saying, oh, this is objectively true. So define being objectively true. Go
He
ahead.
just did.
He
Like,
just did...
It's
All right,
true.
I'm talking to him. I'm telling him to
It's
do it
true
again.
regardless of what parameter you try to put on. Whether I say it or someone else says it, it's objectively true. 1 + 1 is 2. He could say it, I could say it, you can say it, it's true.
Yeah, but your 1 + 1s don't always equate to 2 though. Like you really think every man would agree with what you're saying? Like you really think every man in the world will agree with what you're saying right now?
Okay,
you really believe that?
Look,
speaking.
you
Generally,
understand-
so just
you
if it's
understand- hold on,
generally,
hold
then
on.
that's not inclusive of all. It's a general statement.
You understand that
the fuck?
if something is a fact, whether someone agrees with it or not is irrelevant. You understand it, right?
But you're speaking on topics that are way more complex than a 1 + 1 equals
So
2.
I'm trying to
Well,
simplify it
2.0,
because we're clearly having a disconnect
No,
here.
you don't need to simplify it.
I think I
I'm
do.
here with you. I don't agree with what you're saying. The fact that you make blatant statements about women that are simply not true, because I know they're not true, because I know myself. I know
So a
other
majority of
who are
women
just
don't
as
want a protector provider?
I would believe that many women want a protector or provider, but I also know that many women have had to protect and provide for themselves.
Okay.
That's why we sat here and said
But
half
if
of
given
women,
the choice-
majority of women, right? We talking about
But if
majority
given
of
the
women,
choice, if given the choice, would they want a protector and a provider? I'm saying yes, a majority of them would want that.
right? Who wouldn't want a protector and a provider?
So then I'm right.
Did your dad
Everybody, let me know in the comments how absolutely brain dead you think this woman is. Like, good effing God. Like, I feel like Myron Gaines. This is like you just argued for no reason to prove a point that you otherwise didn't even realize you even agree with me on. This is why women and feminists just can't, they can't work society. You can't have society run and function on this. It simply will cave in and destroy itself. She tried to make a whole point, a whole runaround thing, just to simply not be wrong, being confrontational over the whole thing, just to end up agreeing with Myron Gaines. All of this was literally for nothing. And feminism has just allowed women to be nothing but chaos, unchecked, and it's literally a waste of time. But hit that like button if you enjoy watching Myron Gaines make this woman look absolutely stupid, and let's get back in.
protect and provide for you when you was a jit?
That's his job, yes.
Okay then. So would you ask your younger self that question and be like, do you want a protector and provider?
I'm talking about women, not a son.
That's a rhetorical. You're talking about a vulnerable being. That's what you're talking
You know
about.
what? Let's solve it right now. Ladies in here who wants a provider and leader, raise your hand.
Who wants?
wait a minute.
Who wants a
Wait a
loser and a
minute.
follower? Who wants a loser and a follower?
No,
That's a dumb question.
That's the point that he's
That's the
trying
point
to
you're
make.
trying to make. Nigga.
Nah, y'all trying. Y'all
All right,
doing
come on,
something. Y'all
2.0,
doing something
relax,
else.
man.
Y'all doing
Yo,
something
yo,
else.
yo.
Y'all
Okay,
doing something else.
look,
Y'all doing something else.
Look, as someone that went to a prestigious university,
Yes,
right, and is
indeed.
educated, this is
Indeed.
what I mean when I say education doesn't mean intelligence. You've been arguing for something for no reason this entire time just because you want to argue.
No, because I don't agree. That's not
Okay.
just because. That's because I don't
You
agree. I'm
disagreeing
me.
with a fact is irrelevant then.
It doesn't matter if it's irrelevant. I still disagree.
You can
Like,
okay, if you disagree with a fact, then that just makes you dumb.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what
No,
to tell you.
I'm not dumb at all in the
no,
slightest.
No, you are. And,
No, I'm not.
this is probably the first time you've been told this. You're objectively
I'm not
stupid.
dumb.
You have low IQ. If
I
a
don't
fact
have a
is
low
stated
IQ.
and then you say I don't agree with the fact, I'm sorry, you're fucking stupid.
And all the girls
That's what it
agree
is.
with them
And I'm
too.
one of the few guys that has the balls to tell you this to your face. Howard is a failure school.
Okay.
I don't
move
shit.
on.
That's your
Come on, bro.
opinion.
Incredible.
You just wasted 20 minutes of our time.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was-
An embarrassment to higher education.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got some more chats here, and then we're gonna close this out.
Yeah.
Yo, bro.
Bro, like, here's the thing. You know what's funny? If you were a guy talking like this, you wouldn't make it in the world. If I took your brain and put it in a dude's body, you'd be fucked.
He'll be dead, bro.
Because this is the difference between men and women. We have to live in reality. If we're not adequate, we're punished for it. We can't sit there and be like, well, I don't agree
Okay.
with that objective statement that's true. Like, everybody, look, you stupid ass
Half
nigga,
of
get
the
the fuck
most
out of here.
notable people in history were disruptors and people who were disagreeable. And
But
that's
they
a
had
fact.
evidence on their side.
Evidence-based, though.
They had
All right,
evidence and
my
facts on their
evidence is my
side.
life and my existence here in this world. Like,
Okay.
facts.
Your anecdotal experiences don't matter in the overall scheme of things.
And I will have to disagree with that.
Yo,
Do you believe in star signs and stuff?
Yes, she does.
Maybe, maybe not.
Yes, you do, because you made a point to say that you're a 2-2 or whatever earlier in the show. I caught on to that.
Aquarius.
People that believe in astrology tend to be lower IQ as well, by the
but
way.
he knows about astrology too.
No, you
Yeah,
said
it's a fuck.
Aquarius.
Yeah, it's a fuck.
Yeah, you said you're in Aquarius.
Also, I use it to my advantage.
Yeah.
Anyhow.
Yeah, people that believe in astrology tend to be low IQ.
We're gonna move on, nigga.
You want Taurus? Yeah, I like Taurus too. Yeah,
We got
somebody got Taurus.
Yo, we got horns. I got butt heads together.
Alright, bro.
What's the next
Right,
shot,
this
Bill?
shit crazy.
Women like this have absolutely no excuse for choosing to be this ignorant and this stupid. You have a cell phone that has access to basically all information. You have all of the world's history available. You have this panel of women and right in front of you arguing against your position. You have Myron Gaines presenting facts and evidence, and then you just want to be like, I don't agree with facts and reality because that's my opinion. If you choose to do that, then you choose to be an effing idiot. You absolutely willingly of your own volition choose to be an effing retard. And this is why men do not take feminists and women like this seriously, nor should they. But thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments what you thought about what Myron Gaines had to say, utterly destroying this insane feminist in this clip. Thanks again, like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.